5:30 after the hour, and David Merlin joins us this morning. And David, a musician and illusionist, and he does these shows across the country. And when I first saw, David, that you were going to be working with Eddie Munster, and I remember Eddie when I was growing up too. That's a big deal. Tell us about it.
I met Butch Patrick through a friend of mine named John Peasy. John was on America's Got Talent on, I think, a couple of seasons before me, and we've been friends for a while. And Butch was on his podcast, and I had just contacted Butch. I had an idea for something, and then next thing I knew, Butch called me back the next day, and we got to talking and being friends, and we decided we're going to do a Munster and Merlin tour where we go into theaters around the country and show the old movie Munster Go Home, and then Butch will do like a Q&A with all the fans, and then I'll do my illusion show, and then we're going to mix in a couple of Munster related illusions that I built special for the show.
Wow. Hey, take a look at this, and we'll be back with David right after this. Watch.
I'm Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster on the TV show The Munsters. I would like to introduce you to the 2021 version of my tour, featuring a Munster Go Home screening with an intro by myself and a Q&A afterwards. We are going to have David Merlin, Master Illusionist, do a magic show featuring not only his normal show, but we're going to integrate a couple of Munster effects into it. We're going to levitate a Merlin, and we're also going to get somebody out of the audience that we will make disappear through the coffin phone booth that arrives in a big crate from Transylvania. If you have a theater and you know how hard 2020 has been on everybody's been locked down, but if you would like to work with us, we would like to work with you by reopening up to the people Munsters and Magic, a movie screening of Munsters Go Home on Blu-ray with the introduction by myself and Rob Zombie. We did the commentary for it. I have my Munster coach. We put it on display as in the lobby card out in front. We do a screening. I do a Q&A. I introduce David Merlin's show. We do a meet and greet after the movie and his fabulous magic show. If Munsters and Magic is something that your theater may be interested in, please contact us. Pricing is very affordable. We want to work with you to let people get out and enjoy themselves again and get everybody back on their feet. This is Butch Patrick signing off. Look forward to hearing from you.
Munster and Merlin. That's kind of a unique name. Now, you actually kick off tonight, right?
Well, tonight I'm on the television show Penn and Teller. It's just myself. Butch, he's not involved in that one. But they contacted me in the summer, wanted me to come on the show, and they said, but there's a kind of a problem this year because of the COVID. They said everybody's going to be shooting remotely in their cities. So I said, well, okay, that's fine. So I thought they were going to send a camera crew and audio crew. They said, well, there's the other problem. All the acts are going to have to get their own camera people and audio people.
Oh, wow.
So I was lucky enough that my magician friend in Pell City, Brian Reeves, he's very camera savvy. Him and his son are both videographers, and so we had to find a place to shoot it. So I'm there at the First Methodist Church, so we used the fellowship hall, and I turned the stage into like a sound stage or a set. And we filmed there back in September.
How long did it take you?
To film it, the filming wasn't that long. The setup was pretty complex, and getting all the cameras in, because we had to get special cameras. I started learning more about the different kind of cameras, the 4K cameras, and I learned there's different stages and different bits that you have to get. So we had to get like super broadcast quality so that they're able to zoom in when they want to zoom in. And so it was a 3-camera shoot, and we got it filmed, and then we had computers set up so that we could talk back and forth with the directors, and for rehearsal, and then also with Penn and Teller.
So what time are you on tonight?
It'll be on the CW. I think that's channel 21 out of Birmingham here, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. And I won't tell everybody what I'm going to do. It's something I don't normally do in my show, but I'll just give people a little heads up. Think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And you're going to see some things around Sylacauga. So I made sure we're putting Sylacauga in the national spotlight.
Well, that's a great thing. And we appreciate David joining us this morning. CW tonight. What time is it start again now?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And you can be a part of watching David tonight. And all the filming took place right here in Sylacauga at First United Methodist Church. And that's always good to showcase your city.
Yeah, you're going to see some spots around town. And we also went out to the Kalmugga grist mill. So you'll get to see that. And I'm not sure all the footage they're using, but we shot a lot of stuff around town, and they love the scenery. Went out to the marble quarry, got some shots out there, and Yoder cabinet shop went in there. So everybody's going to recognize something tonight.
For people who may not know David Merlin and his act and shows that he's put on, he's not a new kid on the block. He's been doing this a while. Like, kind of capsule how you got started in some of the places you've been, some of the venues. I
started with Close-Up Magic back in I guess around 1990, and it kind of evolved. And I had building skills, so I went from Close-Up Magic to grand scale illusions. I would design and build my own props, and I got my start at the Comedy Club Stardome, moved to San Diego, worked with the world's top fire artists, and I've been on David Letterman a couple of times, America's Got Talent, Germany's Got Talent, Comedy Central, Comic Relief, and lots of different international television and tons of like local television shows like this around the country. And I was just in Erie, Pennsylvania in October for 2 weeks. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah. What is the most applauded part of your act, would you say?
Probably when I do my self-levitation that I invented. That's a really good one. The one where I come in half. You know, most magicians use an assistant, but I do it to myself. And then my show is all audience participation, lots of mentalism, and it's a paranormal theme. And also, aside from with Butch, we're also going to be doing things where we can go to car dealerships, to malls, to festivals. We're going to bring the Munster coach where people can come do photo ops with it, and then photo ops with Butch. We'll have the Wolf doll, and a lot of different outdoor events. And I got a brand new attraction. It's a sideshow attraction, something that P.T. Barnum would have liked to have thought of, and it's called Grandpa's Creature, where people get to go inside of a trailer and encounter something that you don't know if it's real or illusion. So we're definitely looking to maybe come to Sylacauga if we get the sponsorship here and give everybody a chance to meet Butch up close and personal.
I'm dating myself a little bit, but I remember the Monster Show years ago.
It's still in syndication right now.
Wow.
After all these years. And of course, Butch has been on I Dream of Jeannie, My Favorite Martian, The Monkees.
What kind of guy is he?
Oh, he's super, super nice. I've met some celebrities through the years that when you meet them, you're very disappointed they're not the person you thought they would be. He's even nicer than you think he would be. So
in putting together this act with you and Eddie Munster, Butch Patrick, how can people in Alabama, maybe their car business or maybe a civic organization, whatever it may be, how can they get more information about bringing this show to their town?
Yeah, they can contact me. My website's davidmerlin.com. And also Butch has got a website, munsters.com. And we got a couple of people that book us, but it's okay to go directly with me, but through davidmerlin.com, and my email address and phone number's there.
You met him, Eddie Munster, what, a year or so ago?
Yeah, it's almost a year ago, and so we met up a few times, discussing what we're going to do and making plans. And he's a good guy. He knows a lot of people too. With
baseball and basketball and other sports like that, they practice. Repetition. Do you guys practice as well?
Well, Butch is mainly what he's been doing the last few years. He'll do some acting gigs here and there, but he goes to a lot of these comic cons where the fans can come and meet all the their I guess their childhood favorite stars. And so he's been doing that, and he does, the Q&A panels and things like that. But he thought it would be great to have a show where we could actually go into a theater. And they still get to do the Q&A up close and personal with him, but they get to see a grand scale illusion show, mixed in with that Munster content.
David Merlin, our guest this morning, Master Illusionist, and I guess you've been asked this question, is this real? How many times have you been asked that question?
When I do the mentalism and the ghost segments in the show, I have a lot of people that they ask if it's real or illusion, and if you tell them it's real, they're like, no, it's not. If you tell them it's illusion, they don't believe you there too, because it seems so real. You have to experience my show to really grasp it.
What is what you do? How does it come natural to you, or you have to learn all this, or what?
I mean, you practice the illusions. I've been doing that for a long, long time. But as far as the mentalism and the mind reading and the ESP concept of the show and the ghost, that's taken a lot of practice for the last 5 years to get that down pat.
I bet kids love that.
Yeah. I think they love the illusions the most, but I found that they've gotten into the mentalism because that's psyche, messing with someone's mind to be able to tell them what they're thinking of. That takes it to a whole different level.
I bet it'd be scary to pick out something out of my mind, wouldn't it, David? David Merlin, our guest this morning. CW tonight at 8 o'clock. Tell us what's going to be happening.
If you've never seen the Penn and Teller show, Penn and Teller are the longest running magic act in Las Vegas, and they've been doing this show now for, I guess, about 9 years, and they bring elite magicians from all around the world. It's not the United States, it's all around the world, the best of the best. And these magicians try to fool them. So if you fool them, you get the Fool Us trophy. And it's very hard to fool these guys because between the two of them, each one's been in magic for over 50 years, and they know everybody and they know everything.
Wow.
So it's tough to fool them.
8 o'clock tonight on CW. That's Spectrum Cable 21 out of Birmingham, and David Merlin will be a guest on that show tonight. Also, the Eddie Monster and David Merlin togetherness is going to be taking place too. And tell us just a little bit more about this act and how people can find out more about it.
Well, of course, you showed a video earlier, and we did that about, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to be shooting some more video once this COVID thing kind of gets out of the way.
And it's getting better.
Yeah. It's really hurt us in the entertainment industry. People have been hurt by it, but the entertainers are hurt the worst because that affects magicians, musicians, singers, dancers.
It's their payday, man.
Everything. I mean, Las Vegas is an entertainment capital of the world. It's completely been shut down. New York, Broadway, shut down. So it's hit us the hardest because, we rely on disposable income from people. And to go see shows and entertainment, I think most people are ready to get back to that again.
Yeah, no doubt about it. David, thanks a lot for being with us this morning. CW tonight, David will have his act on that network, Channel 21, Spectrum Cable. And David, look forward to your show.
It's going to be very unusual, I'll say that. It's going to be zany. They said they hadn't seen anything like this before, but that's what the producers want, and that's what I gave them. And
it was filmed right here in the Sylacauga area, this segment was, so that's a good thing too, and we look forward to watching tonight.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Appreciate you coming this morning, David Merlin.
Thanks.
Master Illusionist. And once again, if you'd like more information on how you can book David or other shows that he's associated with to come to your neighborhood, how do they do that?
Yep, just go to davidmerlin.com, and my phone number's there, my email address is there, and it's your chance to bring a celebrity into the community, with Eddie Munster.
Sounds good. More Daybreak coming up. right after this.
I'm Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster on the TV show The Munsters. I would like to introduce you to the 2021 version of my tour featuring a Munster Go Home screening with an intro by myself and a Q&A afterwards. We are going to have David Merlin, Master Illusionist, do a magic show featuring not only his normal show, but we're going to integrate a couple of Munster effects into it. We're going to levitate a Merlin, and we're also going to get somebody out of the audience that we will make disappear through the coffin phone booth that arrives in a big crate from Transylvania. If you have a theater and you know how hard 2020 has been on everybody's been locked down, but if you would like to work with us, we would like to work with you by reopening up to the people Munsters and Magic, a movie screening of Munsters Go Home on Blu-ray with the introduction by myself and Rob Zombie. We did the commentary for it. I have my Munster coach. We put it on display as in the lobby card out in front. We do a screening. I do a Q&A. I introduce David Merlin's show. We do a meet and greet after the movie and his fabulous magic show. If Munsters and Magic is something that your theater may be interested in, please contact us. Pricing is very affordable. We want to work with you to let people get out and enjoy themselves again and get everybody back on their feet. This is Butch Patrick signing off. Look forward to hearing from you.